Good afternoon once again, the good people of Ghana. My name is Jerry Jonas Buedu, a teacher at Fort Garrison Education Complex, Kumasi, Bantama. You are once again welcome to my YouTube channel. You can subscribe to my channel, press the notification bell, like, comment, and share. It is a fact that students at the basic school level always panic when it comes to the teaching and learning of mathematics and science. That is why I have taken it upon myself as a professional teacher to make the teaching and learning of the named subject easily for our children. I am an expert in mathematics and science, and for more information and inquiries, you can connect to my YouTube channel. Alright, today we are coming to learn science, and these are the objectives for today's discussion. 1. By the end of the lesson, students will be able to identify at least 4 organ systems in the human body. 2. By the end of the lesson, students will be able to explain the term digestive system. 3. By the end of the lesson, students will be able to mention the various organs associated with the digestive system. 4. By the end of the lesson, students will be able to explain how digestion occurs in the mouth. And the last objective is, by the end of the lesson, students will be able to list or mention 3 functions of saliva. Great. I believe your pens and jotters are ready for the discussion. I'll still ask you to subscribe to my channel, like it, comment and share so that when anything pops out, you can get the notification. Our human body is similar to a community. We know that a community is made up of different kinds of people. We have doctors, we have teachers, we have nurses, engineers, reverend ministers, and what have you. All these individuals perform a specific function so as to enable the community to grow. Right. A nurse has its work, a teacher has its work, a chief has its work, and others. The same thing applies to the human body. Our human body consists of several organ systems. These organ systems work together to enable the organism to grow. So, looking at our first objective, we are coming to identify the various organ systems in the human body and their respective functions. 1. We are starting from the excretory system. It is an undeniable fact that not everything is needed by the body. Certain things are needed by the body, whilst others are not. For example, urine, carbon dioxide, and sweat are not needed by the body. So when it is in the body body needs to remove them. So the organ system responsible for that function, that is the removal of waste materials or poisonous materials from the body, is the excretory system. Great. Another organ system in the human body is the reproductive system. I hope you have heard that. It is responsible for reproduction, as the name implies. One may ask, what is reproduction at all? Reproduction is a process whereby living organisms give forth to offsprings of the same kind. Great. Now, human beings give forth to human beings. Goat give forth to goat. Now, when reproduction occurs, what happens is that living organisms increase in number. For example, this year, or at the beginning of this year, I bought 2 goats, a male and a female. After some time, they increased to 3. What made this possible? It is our reproductive system. So the function of the reproductive system is that it enables living organisms to reproduce or increase in number. Another organ system in our human body is the sensory system. The sensory system, as the name implies, has to do with our senses. Our eye, the sense of sight. Our ear, the sense of hearing. Our tongue, the sense of taste. Our skin, the sense of feeling or touch. Now, when the weather is too cold, your body tells your brain that the weather is too cold. So get something to put on. That is the work of our sensory system. So in simply put, we can say that sensory system enables living organisms to respond to environmental changes or stimuli. When there is a temperature, it is an environmental change. When the weather is too hot or too cold, that is environmental change. When there is taste difference, that is an environmental hot change. So the organ system responsible for that is our sensory system. We also have another organ system called skeletal system. Skeleton comes from the word bones. And I know, students, you know functions of bones. Without bones, our body will not get a good shape. So we said that skeletal system gives support to the body. Again, some delicate organs in our body, such as the heart, the lungs, and the brain, are protected by our bones. For example, where the heart is located, that is the thoracic cavity. The heart is protected by the ribs. The brain is also protected by our skull. So apart from the skeletal system giving support to the human body, it also protects some delicate organs. You also have another organ system called circulatory system. As the name implies, circulate has to do with movement or transport. Circulatory system transport or circulate certain substance to all parts of the body or throughout the body. So let's look at the substances or the materials that are circulated by our circulatory system to all parts of the body. We can talk of oxygen, we breathe in. We can talk of water. We can talk of food nutrients or end product of digestion. We can talk of blood. Right. So that is the function of our circulatory system for transporting end product of digestion, water, oxygen, and blood to all parts of the body. Another organ system which I'm going to place much emphasis on is our digestive system. Our digestive system is responsible for the breakdown of large food particles into smaller units for easily absorption. If you take in banku or ampesi, the body cannot use it in that state. Something must be done about it. It must be broken down into smaller bits so that the body can absorb it for use. And that is our function, or the function of the the digestive system. The digestive system is responsible for the breakdown of large or complex food substances into smaller soluble units for easily absorption by the body. Now let's look at the meaning or the definition for digestive system. Every system is made up of organs. So our digestive system also consists of several organs that work together to break down complex food substances into smaller units for easily absorption. Let's look at the organs that constitute our digestive system. We can talk of the mouth, the esophagus, the stomach, the pancreas, the liver, the gallbladder, the small intestines, the large intestines, and the rest. All these that I have mentioned are organs. They work together to ensure that large food particles are broken down into smaller units for easily absorption. That is great. Now, our next objective, we are coming to look at how digestion occurs in the mouth. How digestion occurs in the mouth. But let's look at what a digestion is. A digestion is the breakdown of complex food substances into smaller units for easily absorption by the body. I repeat, digestion is the breakdown of complex or large insoluble food substances into smaller soluble units for easily absorption by the body. Now, digestion can be categorized into two. We have mechanical digestion and chemical digestion. The mechanical digestion has to do with the breakdown of food substances into smaller units by our teeth. For example, when you take in ampesi, the first thing you need is to break it down by the teeth. Alright, so the breakdown of food particles by the teeth is what we call the mechanical digestion. The chemical digestion has to do with the breakdown of food particles into smaller units by the digestive enzymes. We know the breakdown is not only done by the teeth, but it is also done by digestive enzymes. We shall look at digestive enzymes and their types as time goes on. Right. So let's look at how digestion occurs in the mouth. When you put in food or when food is ingested in the mouth, the food is broken down into smaller pieces with the help of the teeth. In the mouth, there is a gland called salivary gland. The salivary gland secretes a liquid substance called saliva. I repeat that again. The salivary gland secretes or produces a liquid substance called saliva. The saliva contains three things: salivary amylase or ptyalin, mucus, and hydrogen bicarbonate. The salivary amylase break down starch or digest starch into maltose. The mucus, on the other hand, lubricate the chewed food for easily absorption, for easily swallowing. And the salivary amylase work best in alkaline condition. So the hydrogen bicarbonate provide a convenient condition for the salivary amylase to act or perform its function. When all these are done, the bolus or the chewed food is swallowed into the stomach through the esophagus. Now, you realize that in the mouth, it is only carbohydrates or starch that digests. And again, in the mouth, we mentioned only one enzyme, that is salivary amylase, also called ptyalin. So let's take note of that. We are going to end our lesson here, and next time we'll continue from there. Now, I mentioned that by the end of the lesson, students will be able to state the functions of saliva. I've stated it already. 1. Saliva contains salivary amylase, which converts cooked starch into maltose. 2. Saliva contains mucus, which lubricates food for easier swallowing. 3. Saliva contains hydrogen bicarbonate, which provide a convenient environment for salivary amylase to function. Thank you for your time. Once again, subscribe to my YouTube channel for more teaching and learning. Like it, comment, and share.